How's it going, everybody? McBilly Boy back for another video on the Diablo 2 playthrough with my good friend Chris here. He comes from the channel Air de Lair. His channel will be below in the details, so you guys can go take a look at his stuff that he produces. Why don't you say hi, Chris?
Hi everyone, I'm Chris. I run the channel Air de Lair. I actually have a couple, but this one is more focused on gaming. So what I do is I do a lot of video game playthroughs as well. I started about the same time as Aaron as far as uploading, and I recently went through Two Point Campus and Final Fantasy VII from 1997 with the new threat mods. So those are uploading every day in the morning, and I'm going to be starting my Ori and the Blind Forest playthrough as well, but here we are working on a game together, Diablo 2 Resurrected. So that's what I'm working on, and back to you.
All right, let's give the people what they want to see. Let's trade our gear and just let's see the progress we've made since the last act. So just put all your items up, and then we can get a good overview of everything. We're gonna be doing this every time we complete an act, or every so often after like we beat normal mode, and you know, so we can show off exactly what we're rocking here. So we'll go over his gear first. You got the Soul Star Morning Star there, pretty decent. Yeah, you got that gemmed armor I gave you. All magic find. This is a magic finding man. That's a really nice shield. Where'd you get that?
That I got just from Duriel, I believe, in the last act.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was a big upgrade from the just regular shield that I had before.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I had another yellow shield as well, but it was from Act 1, so it's a nice little upgrade here.
That's really nice. Yeah, there's that amulet I gave you, and that's a charge bolt ring. That's pretty decent. Oh yeah, he actually dropped these boots for you too. It's gonna make you a lot more fast, like speedy, right? Like you run a lot faster with these. That's good. Magic find gloves, and you know, just the basic ring right here. That's a trash ring, dude. I gotta say, that's trash. Okay,
It is.
so we found
It's
this
still
with
from the first
Dario.
act. I haven't found a better one yet.
I know it's pretty bad. Jewelry is tough sometimes. I mean, look at that. 15% fire resistance. That's terrible. And then there's that
I haven't found a better one,
beast.
so I'm stuck with it.
Yeah, here's a beast amulet that like Chris found, and he gave it to me off of Dario because like I'm the main tank basically. I found a really decent helmet. My armor is still pretty basic. That shield though, it's comparable to his, but in a different way. And my gloves are trash, and my boots are semi-trash. So yeah, let's go kick some demon butt.
We haven't spent a lot of time farming yet. We've kind of just been
Yeah. Oh, you know
going
what?
through the game linearly.
Hey, come here. Let's get your new follower, remember?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I have to take the gear off my other one. So,
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, strip them naked and then just transfer the gear.
So I was going to go with cold, right?
You were going to go with cold because it kind of synergizes with us pretty well. Honestly, I think this mercenary is a lot better than the first one. Like the woman, right? This is a spellcaster, and there's just no comparing the two. That's my opinion, though.
So the cold one casts Chilling Armor, Glacial Spike, and Ice Blast.
That's
So
the one. Oh man, he's
Glacial
so
Spike,
strong.
not Blizzard.
He's so damn strong. Yeah, I think the later acts, like it becomes Blizzard. It becomes ridiculous.
So long to the Rogue one.
That's okay. You got yourself a better guy here. So I got the melee one, and it kind of suits me well. And then you've got the spellcasting one. So we got 2 spellcasters and 2 melee guys. That's a pretty good.
So I
team
need
right
to
there.
work on getting a shield and a sword for the mercenary I have now.
Oh yeah, true. Nice. Here, I'll meet you out in the Spired Forest, okay?
So now we're in the Spider Forest, and let's see. Oh, good, there are demons here.
Nice. There's actually quite a bit of demons in the jungle here. The jungle's a pretty scary place early on. Yeah, I think you're gonna kill those little Stygian craps. You know, those little dudes that run around, they're like 2 feet tall.
Oh yeah, they're going, they're going down pretty easily. These guys are all minions.
Yeah.
What I have to do is constantly switch between the main attack for things because I'm using the Holy Fire Aura,
Yeah.
and I'm doing a Holy Bolt build, so eventually I'm going to be getting Fist of the Heavens, but right now I'm constantly switching between Holy Bolt if there's demons, and just my basic attack for the Fire Aura, because it adds a lot of fire damage. And it's a little bit of a chore right now, but
Look at this,
I'm
Chris.
getting there.
Come here real quick. That is the most
Yep.
bolts and arrows I've ever seen come out of a chest. Look at that. That's got to be like one
Well,
in a
if
million.
you're actually going to Boazon, then
Dude,
maybe it would have been useful.
that's
Maybe you're
probably
like
rarer
looking
than a
at that,
Zod
with
rune.
mouth watering.
It's insane, dude.
Okay. So our first goal in here is to go to the spider layer, right?
Yeah.
Spider layer, yeah, not arachnid layer.
No, it's not the arachnid one. It would seem like it would be the arachnid one, right? The cooler name.
Well, for that they always have the waypoint by the arachnid layer, and you would think, okay, that's nice and convenient. It would get you progressing in the act, but not so much.
No, it's a troll thing. Like, it just trolls you out. Blizzard probably did that on purpose, too.
So that's a dead end. There's going to be a lot of dead ends in the forest here.
I don't like this jungle. Like, sometimes I get lost in this place and, you know, you have to turn up the resolution on the map just so you can see where you're going. And then still, you can't find the way out. It's a freaking nightmare, let me tell you.
Try not to die in the playthrough, Chris.
Chris always
I'm
dies
talking to
during the
myself in the third
playthrough.
person here. I'm talking to Aaron there. So I got a crystal sword for my guy here, and I just need a good shield now.
Your shield's pretty good, actually, for your paladin. You're talking to your mercenary, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I see. There's chain gloves there. You want to pick those up?
I
I'll
will
grab
in a
them real
second
quick.
once
I got
the
them.
guy gets killed.
Let's see what these are. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use these. These are nice. Hey, I found the jade figurine, so I'm going to take it back.
Thanks for sharing, bud.
You should come back with me because we get that potion for 20 health for free.
I think you're the one that picked up the jade statue.
Yeah,
Because I didn't see one drop for myself.
I stole it from you.
No, I don't see one in my inventory.
I took that jade figurine right out of your mitts there, buddy.
You really did.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel bad about it either.
I don't imagine you would.
I hope Alcor doesn't give you a potion, and he just hates you, you know?
Well, I have to return to him for an award, so
Do you
he gave me a potion anyway.
You remember that weather guy named Algor? Or was it Alcor?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Al Gore, the climate change guy?
Yeah, you remember that?
No, don't. Okay.
Oh,
I thought you were
crap.
going to go through and just... No, I got through just in time.
Nice.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you better come through.
You
So anyway,
closed the portal on me, bro.
you remember that guy, right?
Yep.
What was that all about? Like, he was predicting the weather or something, and then people were just, like, astonished by it.
Well, it started off with global warming and then global cooling or something.
Yeah.
And then they eventually just changed it to climate change, and they've been running with that ever since. And it's like they're trying to get people to be afraid that, oh, the weather's going to change. And how they made the prediction about acid rain being a common phenomenon, and that never happened either.
It never happens. Like, what are they talking about?
Well, they're saying, oh, in 12 years, we're going to have such a weather event that that we're going to see basically an irreversible point. And it's just like they've been saying that for years and years. And I think we're past the 12. So they've been saying 12 years, and then I think we're past the point where they originally started saying that. So it's like, okay, you promised an Armageddon, so where is it, guys?
I know.
You took all the money for taxes and stuff, and it's like, oh, well, we got to do that to change the weather, and nothing happened.
It's kind of like that stupid story where you remember that guy, like, thought the world was going to end, so he spent all his life savings on school buses and put them underground. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Dude, yeah, that happened.
So tell that one.
That was insane. I think it was like he thought the world was going to end. Remember, it was like 2000, the year 2000?
Well, a lot of things happened. Like, there was the Y2K thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And he bought a bunch of school buses with, like, his life savings, like $200,000 worth of school buses. And he just locked himself down in, like, this underground base that he built. And then he, like, stayed down there, and then nothing happened, and then he was, like, really pissed off about it. Like, he wanted it to happen, basically.
Well, there's people that blow all their money because they think all of a sudden it's coming.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, there's people that are known as preppers that have been preparing for this for a long time. And I mean, you look at the current situation now where inflation is just completely out of control. And meanwhile, they're laughing because it's like, haha, you guys are just struggling to buy food now. Meanwhile, we've been preparing for this for years.
Yeah, they really have.
And we have enough food for the next 10 years. So as the prices fluctuate and everything, they're set. they're they've already got their bunker in place. They've got a huge sect of farmland. They're growing their own food. They have a whole bunch of emergency food, and everybody now is like, man, week to week, it's just getting harder.
It really is though. Like you can really feel it these days. The shelves are so much more empty, and like the prices are just skyrocketing. There's this place I used to go to, and I don't know, like I like the place a lot. It's a food place, right? It's called Saigon 2, and it's down here in Canada, right?
Up
We
there in
basically
Canada.
went
Well,
there,
I'm here
and
too, but
she put the prices all $1. Everything on the menu is $1 more now. So it's like it's significant when you think about it. Because for the past 15 years, she just kept them stagnant. Like the prices have been like, what they were, but you have to go $1 up now just because of how bad it's getting. It's frightening. It really is.
well, yeah, I mean, they say that inflation was at 8%, but that's an average, and that's where people kind of really screw up because some things you're not going to see a price increase at all, and others you're going to see sometimes almost 100% price increase.
Yeah.
So here, oil has gone up about 100, actually more than 100%, because there were times where you could get like that 3 liter bottle of oil
Yeah.
for $3.99. Now on sale, you're seeing it for $9.99, and off sale sometimes as high as 13. So you're looking at the price increasing by almost 300%, and it's just crazy.
That is just insane. Like if you really think about it, and like it's one thing, but no, there's many things. Like I think it's a lot of stuff that's just skyrocketing in price. Like I used to get this alcohol. It's the beer. It's like Molson Canadian. That's what it's called. And it used to be $3.99. Now it went to $5 flat a can. And it's like, whoa, like holy crap, that's expensive.
So when you break it down percentage wise, that's like
Gotta
so a
be,
25% increase.
yeah, more
So
than that, like 125.
they say, oh, inflation's only at 8%. Well, you've just seen 25% for the one product you get.
Would it be just 25%, or would it be more than that?
Yeah, 25%. So you used to get it for $3.99. You said, right?
Yeah.
So it went up $1. So 25%
Oh,
because it went up $1. There you go.
That's right. Yeah. What am I talking about? I'm just an idiot. Don't listen to me, Chris.
Sometimes math just clicks for you. Sometimes it doesn't, and it's one of those times that it doesn't.
You've had your moments too, where it's like, okay, well, the math just doesn't add up, and I have to like correct you.
Well, I admit that there's times that it's very simple math. It's like, what's 10% of like 110? Well, obviously 11, but you're sitting there trying to do the calculations in your head, and it's like, it's just not working.
No.
Kind of just a dumb moment.
It is, yeah. Oh well. Everyone has a stupid moment sometimes.
You get like that for math, you get like that for even just basic grammar, where even though it's a word you've written out hundreds of times, you write it out and it's just like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, for sure. Even just a letter.
Is that how I always spelt river? It just looks weird. It's like, of course it's how you always spelt it.
It's our toothpaste, man. It's making us stupid.
It's in the water, the fluoride and all that stuff.
Yeah, the fluoride. Oh my god.
There's a conspiracy theory I haven't actually looked into too much, but
it's a weird one.
They've been saying that for years and years.
Yeah. It's been around for so long. Like you remember James a long time ago?
Yep. Good old James. Whatever happened to that guy? We know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to say on in here. I refuse to say that, but yeah, he used to go crazy about that little theory about fluoride in the toothpaste, and he wouldn't brush his teeth, but he had like the most rotten yellow teeth. I mean,
so not a good trade-off.
No, it's not. Like, you're taking a theory.
My teeth are falling out, but at least I'm not getting mind controlled.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. I mean, there's certain points and like you got to be like, all right, well, the trade-off is just not that great, so I better brush my damn teeth.
Well, there's some people that don't really follow any of those theories or anything
Mm-hmm.
that probably are in the same boat where I know my sister was one that was just absolutely terrible. Like, she's a smoker, has asthma,
Ooh.
eats the worst food, drinks a lot of pop, and she's 3 years younger than me, and yet you can see just the brown stains on her front teeth, and it's like, what the hell?
Well, honestly,
Meanwhile, my mom, who's in her now past 70,
yeah,
smoked for years. She quit over 13 years ago now.
it shows.
But even when she was smoking, she brushed her teeth all the time and didn't have the same stains. And now, after years of not smoking, those little stains, like the coloration is completely gone from the smoking effects.
Well, yeah,
So it
13
does fade
years.
over time, but
Yeah,
you still have to take care of your teeth regardless,
you
and
really do. Brush your teeth every day. Like, I don't care, like,
multiple times.
yeah, multiple times, like once before bed, once in the morning. I don't know, just get a routine going, right? It's all about routine.
One of the most damaging things is sugar, and so many products
Yeah, it
do have
is.
sugar in it.
Yeah.
So you definitely should, like, I know that a lot of people won't, but I carry a toothbrush with me and do brush after meals, even if I'm out. It's
Like,
just,
geez, Chris, I
it
didn't.
helps.
There wasn't a toothbrush
I didn't
in your
realize you were
pockets,
such a
bro.
freaking
Where'd
nerd,
where'd you
Chris.
store that toothbrush?
Is that a toothbrush in your pocket, or you just, dude, it's a toothbrush. Okay, I'm going to town just to get some more healing
Yeah.
potions.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get some mana potions too. I'm kind of ripping through them right now.
Well, I'm not fighting any demons, so I'm just using my basic attack, and yeah, I was going through a lot of mana potions in the beginning, and now I have enough energy that I don't really need to.
That's good. I just found a really good jewel, by the way. 2 to
I accidentally
dexterity.
sold the flawed topaz.
Actually, I'm
Oh,
selling
well,
it. It's such a piece of crap.
I'm gonna get that topaz back and put it into the helmet there for more magic find.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, you sold the topaz, eh? Yeah.
It,
Bad on you,
accidentally.
Chris. Chris is just
I was holding down
tripping.
click and I accidentally clicked the topaz instead of just not doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you tried not selling the topaz? Why didn't I think of that?
What an idiot, man.
It happens. Okay, so I have a new helmet that's going to go on the follower.
Don't you hate it, like, when you're talking a lot, like, you'll make the videos and then your mouth just gets so dry and you're like, oh my god. And then you run out of water. That's, like, the
I have water.
scariest thing.
Oh, okay. See, I always have at least 2 cups beside me because I know I'm definitely going to go through one. All right, so I'm going to take your portal back.
No, you take yours, because that's where you left
Okay.
off.
All right, so did you already go through?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
You can actually
Deckard
press
has
P.
something to say.
Like, you can press P and then see where I am, hey?
For you, it's P?
Well, no, it's for everybody. It's like party, right? It's P for party.
It's party, okay.
Yeah.
I usually just go by the map. I basically play through with the map off all the time.
No, I do too. I just, whenever you want to see, like, where somebody is, like, in the game, you can just press P and then see it.
So there's still not a lot of demons around.
Here's some. You can use Holy Bolt on these.
No. Holy Bolt is just going to tear through them.
There's these drunken sailor carcasses. Jeez, can't wait to wrench the head off of one of these.
I really don't know how to add to that, but do you want to tell your zombie head story?
No, I don't really want to. I think it's already been spoken. It spoke for itself last video.
And I just leveled up. Excellent.
Nice.
Gonna put a little bit more into Holy Fire. Holy Bolt. Yeah, I think by the time I hit 30, maybe 35. I know you recommend 45, but I think 35 I'll do a quick restack and then focus more on getting the Fist of the Heavens.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 45, hey? Like, I think it's a better one.
Well, I kind of know where my build is going at that point. It's just trying to get there.
Okay. You do you, Chris. You put your stinking points in at 35. I don't care, buddy.
I will.
I'm trying to give you some...
Really good on the ghost.
I'm trying to give you 5-head advice here, but you're taking it as 2-head advice.
5-head advice? Is that what your star replacement theory?
It's the 4-head. People, I don't know. People make a joke about, like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
4-head, 5-head.
Yeah. People made that up a long time ago. It's just ridiculous. It's funny though.
It does get a chuckle. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the Great March now, and we have to find the Flayer dungeon, right?
Yes, we do. The Flayer dungeon. People probably don't get that.
I don't get that. That reference is lost on me there.
No, listen, it's the Flair. Remember the guy who was like, woo, and he's like the wrestler?
Woo!
Remember that guy?
Yep.
Yeah, Ric Flair.
Woo! Yeah, you've got to respect the old wrestlers. I mean, the 90s and the 80s not so much, but the 90s were like the golden era of wrestling.
Okay.
And every now and then I kind of go through a wrestling binge, and I start off with the old stuff and then kind of watch what's current. And one of the things you really notice the big differences in are the Royal Rumble. Now, watching the old one, it's like you never have a point where anybody is just standing around. They're always out there doing something. If they're not at a point where they're currently fighting, they'll just go randomly start fighting with a guy that's sitting off in a corner or helping another guy. And that was like the 90s and even the 2000 era Rumbles.
Yeah.
So they were always busy. Now I watch them and it's like, I think for the 2021, they'll do both a women's and a men's Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And there's points where you see one of them just sitting off in the corner for like 5 minutes or so, just recovering. And it's like, my God, they never did that in the old Royal Rumbles. And it's like, they look a lot more fit, but they're not nearly as active. And it's like something happened along the way where it's like, all right, if you guys are tired, just take a break. And they'll do that for a ridiculously long time. Meanwhile, in the 90s ones, they were always doing something.
Like, what do you think that is? Do you think it's just like the lack of motivation? Do you think it's lack of fitness? Like, what has happened there in your opinion?
I don't really know if it's fitness. I think a lot of times it's more that they focused on the pageantry a lot more than the actual art of wrestling. And I know they say wrestling is fake, but I mean, you look at freaking Mick Foley. That guy sacrificed his body for wrestling for so long. Like, he's done stuff that people nowadays would not dare to.
Yeah, it's
basically he was a Hall of Legend guy.
It's like basically stunts at that point. Like it's dangerous stunts that they're doing.
He even scared the crap out of the Undertaker with that whole Hell in a Cell match where he was thrown off the edge onto the table and basically like twice. And the first time the Undertaker was reluctant to do it, and the second time it's like, all right, you got to do it again. Throw me off again.
Oh my God.
Keep going. We're going to make this a freaking legend.
That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of those guys sacrifice their bodies big time for that entertainment value, right? Who was that one guy you were telling me about? He was just such a dangerous guy, and he just wasn't really looking out for other people's health.
Bill Goldberg.
That guy, yeah, and that dude.
I remember being a big fan of his in the early 2000s. Like, he was an absolutely brutal fighter. He made the moves look so real and so devastating. And I thought, okay, those are awesome. You got the freaking spear, you got the jackhammer. He came out to the fireworks all around him and then kind of exhaled the smoke. Very, very good act as far as that goes, but like, he ended Bret Hart's career. He caused so many injuries because the moves always looked real because he didn't take into factor the safety of the people he was doing them on.
He was a dangerous
man. He caused so many injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was his specialty, though, right? Like, he was just a brutal, crazy man, right?
He absolutely was. Like, he was very fit. It's just like he saw it more of a job than a career. So I think that's it made him a dangerous person to go up against. I don't know how many
I would never do
injuries
it.
he caused in the end, but it's safety, especially for something that dangerous, should be your main priority. Trying not to permanently injure the person you're going
Oh,
against.
for sure. Yeah, like, but some people throw that out the window. They're a loose cannon, you know. They don't think about things, and then you've injured someone and took them out of the game. Maybe he enjoyed doing that. You never know.
I don't know. I don't think he enjoyed it. It's just I don't
Some
think it
people
was
do.
his focus.
Some people do, man. They're devious.
I don't think Goldberg really was one that liked doing it. It's just
Okay.
I don't think he cared enough to make it his top priority.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd rather make the room look more devastating than put in the effort to make it safe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. It's like the fact that he ended Bret Hart's career. I think a lot of people didn't like him for that, and I think Goldberg is still wrestling. I think he was in the recent WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. It's like I kind of watch it. I go through a binge period, and then I stop watching it for a couple years, and then get into it again.
That's good. Yeah. Now, WWF and WWE are fake, but the real deal is UFC, of course. That's real stuff. You want a good fight that's real? That's the one you got to tune into. Is there any
They
fighters that
never.
you like?
I have to admit that I've never actually watched UFC.
No, eh?
Well, I can't say that for sure. Like, there were a couple matches I did watch,
Yeah.
but I definitely never went through a binge period for UFC that I did for WWF.
Yeah. Well, some of my favorite fighters has got to be like, Khabib. You probably heard of him. He beat Conor McGregor. But Conor
Oh, did he?
McGregor
Okay.
is also like up there as well.
Yeah, I
His
remember him
style.
because uh, I don't know if they modeled the guy from God of War after him or if it was just a coincidence,
I
but
don't know.
yeah, really fit guy, had the beard, all that stuff, and
Oh,
definitely a look. And it's like if you ever played God of War, Balder apparently looks a
yeah.
lot like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep, he does. I think they based it off him. 100%. They probably
It
gave
could
him
be. I
money.
mean, characters in video games have to have some kind of a reference,
They
and
do.
they pick somebody that whoever the developer is would be a fan of.
Exactly. It's obviously Conor McGregor. Like, 100%. So, are they still producing any Marvel movies? Like, what's going on with that?
Oh yeah, they're so I don't know, like a lot of fans, I've kind of come to the conclusion that since Infinity War, I think that they're not 100% sure where to go. I think that since Avengers, Marvel knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to get the whole Infinity War saga done. They wanted to introduce all the Infinity Gems, and then I thought Infinity War was their pinnacle of making movies.
Yeah.
And I, for one, did not really like Endgame as much. I mean, I thought that Iron Man had a really good ending to his character.
Iron Man was
Captain
great.
America, oh, his clothes was
It
amazing.
was.
The acting on that was just phenomenal.
Do you know how many
Captain
people?
America, I thought was a joke as far as an ending goes because he never moved on.
No.
He went back to the past, relived everything, and just proved that even though he was frozen for 70 years, he just couldn't move on, even though he's telling all these other people too. He couldn't even live up to that example at all.
No, he really didn't.
And it was just pathetic, pathetic close for him.
Hold on. Oh my god.
Iron Man started that franchise, and Iron Man basically closed out the greatest saga that Marvel could have done.
Yeah.
And
I think we go this way.
Captain America kind of felt like an afterthought.
Did you explore this part over here?
Yeah, it looks like we go down and then to the east again. So
Man, I'm
yeah, that leads
lost.
to a dead end.
This is
That's the
crazy.
problem with this, is that the Spider Forest, the Flayer Forest, and the Great Marsh all kind of blend together in really weird ways.
It kind of,
So I always end up spending so long here.
yeah. You know what it really reminds me of? You know when
But
you're first in Act 1 and then there's the Cold Plains? So there's a bit
yep,
that would lead out to the burial grounds with Bloodraven, and then there's a piece that would be the Stony Fields, right? And it's all tied together.
yep, yeah, and definitely similar to that. So okay, that's a dead end as well, and down this way.
There's not very many zones in the game that do this, and it's very frustrating because they've set you in such a straight path until now, and then they twist you up like this. So it's frustrating, right?
Yeah, I definitely get that.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, pick up any. Well, you already know that, but for anybody that's not sure, pick up any items that would add skill points because they sell really, really well.
They really do. Dude, my charge strike is actually getting pretty powerful.
Yep, I'm waiting for the time that I get the Fist of the Heavens, and that, along with the Holy Bolt, is just going to be amazing.
Well, you know what? Me and you are gonna have a great time because like you are gonna be able to farm out Chaos Sanctuary very well, and then Bale's Lair, and then we're gonna have a super good time getting good armor.
Yeah, I think that Act 4 and 5 are probably going to be our main focus.
Oh, definitely. You know what, Chris? Would you ever want to see an Act 6 come to the game and really tie it in?
I'm not sure where, like, in theory, where would Act
Heaven.
6 take you?
Heaven. Yep, Heaven. The proper
Okay,
way
what
this
would you
time.
be fighting against Heaven, though?
Just more chaos. I don't know, just you know how they did it in Diablo 3, but just do it better. Like do it the way you really wanted it, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
can't.
see, I think Diablo 3, like, okay, you finish your thought
Yeah, I haven't really like thought it out properly, like all
first.
the little details.
You go ahead.
But I don't know. If I sat down and really thought about it, I bet you I could come up with an entire scenario of like why Act 6 would be in Heaven, right? And then
Yeah.
here's another thing, ready? So Hell mode is the hardest mode in this game so far, right? They could actually do
Yeah.
Inferno, right? So Hell mode and Inferno mode would share Act 6. You would not be able to do it in Nightmare or Normal. So Act 6 unlocks in Hell mode, and then it's unlocked fully in Inferno mode. And you got yourself all new items, all new like set pieces. Just really ramp it up more. I think players would really appreciate that.
Okay, so what I was going to say was, I think in Diablo 3, it was so weird how they did Heaven, how it started off pristine when you first started, and then the further you got in, the more it was decaying and had all that corruption.
Yep.
And you would think, it seems so backwards. You would think, okay, well, if the beginning of Heaven is where all the demons have been attacking, why is it that that's not full of corruption, and the further you get in, it's not more pristine?
Yeah.
It's just it. They seem to go completely the wrong way with that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That's like, you know,
Yeah.
when you step in
Right.
mud with your boots on, right? Here's an example,
Yeah.
right? So you step in mud with the boots. The mud's not at the top of the boot. It's where you stepped. Like, you know what I mean?
Like if you walk around,
Yeah.
the mess is going to be kind of just after where you stepped in mud. It's
Exactly.
not going to be like, all right, well, I've been walking around for hours, so even though the mud's drying and kind of falling off, where I walked into the house 6 hours later, that's going to be the messiest. It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make anything of sense. Okay, okay, there you go. I was gonna tell you I put up a portal. Come on, Chris, you keep dying, buddy. What's going on?
I ran into
What a
confidently.
weakling you are. You're just a weakling with a holy bolt from your heart.
Yep, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, there's a demon head on the ground for you, Chris.
You're the one that likes the demon heads.
I don't like the demon heads.
Oh no, the zombie heads.
Yeah, that's right, see?
You want your heads to be dead and rotting for some odd reason.
Oh, no, I don't.
Easier to pull out the teeth.
Oh. You see,
Dude, that's sick.
my
well,
theory, my theory is this, you know, the necromancer runs around naked. Like, you can beat the game naked, but so, like, he's got to have a little protection down there, so he just wraps it on there and, you know, runs around.
On what, Aaron? On what? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say there, buddy boy.
On his junk.
Yep. Well, you know, demons are bad, right? They'll go for a nut shot, and then if you're not protected down there, like, at least he's got a swinging demon head.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that is really going anywhere positive.
No.
Anyway, on with the game.
It's always on with the game. What are you talking about? There's only
Always
one way.
on with the game.
Forward. So you're actually doing a lot of damage to these little craps, aren't you?
Yep. And my spell heals you a bit too if it catches you along the way.
That's what I love about the paladin. Its power comes from like healing your party, and like it really just disintegrates demons, and he's definitely like more of a he's the holy man of the game, right? So he's got to have that capability. I don't think Diablo 1 had that. They just had the knight guy, and that's it.
Warrior, sorcerer, and rogue.
Yeah, so a great addition to like the game. What a genius class. I mean, either that or the cleric, right? I think the paladin's cooler.
Well, I know when they did Diablo Hellfire, they also added the barbarian and one other one. Bard. So it's just kind of a rehashing of the warrior and the rogue.
You know what? I actually genuinely forgot about Hellfire. I literally forgot about that game. Do you know how cool that Hellfire expansion was? They added like there was like this guy who was even stronger than Diablo himself, and you had to like hurt him by reading some tome out loud. And if you screwed up the tome or something, if you didn't read it, he would kill you so fast. Like, I found that
If
pretty
you
interesting.
messed up the reading, then he would be a lot stronger
Right.
and do more damage, have more health.
Wasn't it cool though? He like had like 8 arms, and it was just like a bug-looking guy, and it was just the most menacing
Well, that
thing.
was actually somebody different. So
Yeah.
it added 2 new zones. It added the hive and it added the crypts.
Yeah.
I think crypts. And so the hive is where you found the defiler, and it had a whole bunch of bug creatures.
Mhm.
The crypt is what added the new crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that because they tried to make them stronger than the 3, that's why it was never an official Blizzard expansion.
Man, that could be.
But there
Act
actually
6
were
right there.
mods that added a lot to Diablo 1.
Yeah.
I think there was some that added a whole bunch of different classes, spells, but
Yeah.
I mean, being such an old game, they could only do so much.
That's true. But listen, you know that hive one you're talking about? It almost was like alien-like, wasn't it? Like aliens
Yep.
in the game. I found that so cool. And the models of those creatures were actually super scary looking.
It was a pretty creepy looking zone.
It was. I really wished, you know what? That would be a cool Act 6. If they brought back that crap, just that freaky, I don't know, gross hive type thing. And then tied it in with that dude who you have to read that thing to kill him. I think that would be amazing.
Definitely be some like a path that Diablo could have taken.
Yeah.
It seems like they did kind of take this weird path because in the original story, it started off. So heaven and hell have been warring for just eons and eons, like for all eternity, as far back as anybody could remember.
Yep.
And then when man came into existence, they both stopped their war and to see which side man would land on.
Yeah.
And it was after that they started coming up with this theory that, oh, well, they're the spawn of an angel and a demon. It's like, I never liked the whole Nephilim thing. I don't know why they made it so that man was just this spawn of like the demon and the angels coming together. It's always seemed sort of weird.
Yeah, it's a very
like, why
strange
couldn't it
thing.
just be man? Why couldn't it be something that just appeared suddenly?
Can't believe I just died there. Oh my god. I got cornered and
Yep.
then I couldn't move. That's so annoying. Oh no, Chris. I just went through my TP and I don't have any teleports. I thought you gave me one.
No, I was just fighting when you died, and I just set up
Here's one. I found one.
one now. Okay.
Wait,
Well, if you, what you could have done is just quickly exited the game and entered again, but
you know what, Chris? I
oh well.
actually forgot that I keep all my inventory like down below because I have not played a normal character in so damn long, and I forgot that you actually keep your stuff. I'm so used to just dying and losing my character completely. So that's funny.
Welcome to the world of hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Here.
with
Oh
my
my God.
playstyle, I never really liked hardcore
Check this
because
out. Here, give that to
I
your
prefer to
follower.
just charge in. Oh,
That's really nice there. You're gonna like that.
get rid of that bone shield. So, yep, that's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, it's just
So I
these
didn't take
fire
the
guys. They hit so damn hard. You don't have fire aura, do you?
I have fire aura.
Oh yeah. Put it up.
Well, fire. Actually, no, I have holy fire, so it does fire damage with every physical hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, holy bolt is great for these guys.
It really seems that way, and like you're keeping me healthy, and then like these guys are going down like 2 or 3 hits, sometimes 1, which is good to see.
I gotta stop running in because then they just completely surround.
Honestly, I could just let you take care of them. You just do that much damage, and then it just pierces all of them, so it's like really nice.
It's an amazing spell. Heals and damage.
Yeah.
And it actually is cheap enough that you don't have to worry too much about mana.
No, here, give
When
me,
I get
give me a
when I
shot.
finally do get Fist to the Heavens, it's gonna
Oh,
as far as like spell
heal
cast.
me up real quick. Like it does such good chunks of health. That's insane, dude. Wow.
I have to quickly go to town, so
I'll be okay. I think. So there's one thing about this
always
forest that I
no.
hate. It's these little Stygians. And you know, that's not the worst thing. As soon as you hit the Durance of Hate, you're going to fight Stygian dolls. I don't know if they're in normal mode, but they do a percentage of your health back to you. And it can kill people. I've seen so many people just die because of it.
Well, it's their thorn effect.
Yep.
Like they do, you attack them and you're definitely taking damage.
Oh, big time.
All right, I can actually replace that belt too.
Oh, I leveled
20%
up. Nice.
life, or 20 life, 20 maximum stamina, and enhanced defense. So, yeah, I think that's definitely an upgrade.
You know,
And now I can store more in my belt too.
the reason why the Amazon is such a good pick for like just a melee character with the spear build is because it's got skills like this. I'm going to read it to you real quick. It's got a skill called Dodge. It's got a skill called Avoid. It's got Critical Strike, Penetrate, so that's attack rating. And then finally, you've got a, what is this? Missiles have a chance to pass through enemies they hit. Okay, so you've got this Pierce ability as well. And then you can summon Valkyries and decoys and stuff, so it's a very interesting class to play. Very survivable.
That's good. Okay, so did you cast a new portal or no?
No, it's
No,
just,
I'll take mine back.
yeah, I'm waiting for you here.
Got mana potions along the way because I'm starting to use more mana now.
You know, the crappiest thing about these new javelins you found me is just they're so slow, and that's the problem.
Well, I didn't make them, Aaron. I just found them on the ground.
Jeez, Chris, why'd you have to give me such crappy javelin?
I didn't want to carry them,
you do
so I
this
figured,
all the
here, you
time.
carry this garbage. At least you found me some good items. Oh, a bone helm.
Thanks, buddy. Let's see what it is. Here, give it to your follower. That's nice.
I think I could probably use.
Does your back ever hurt like when you play?
Lower back sometimes, yeah.
Just my
Like when
upper
you're sitting
back,
for too long, it just gets stiff.
it like really aches. It's like a sharp pain almost. It's like really weird. I didn't get it before.
It's
but
why outside of this, my usual videos are usually around an hour. It kind of caps out at that. That's kind of on the long side,
Yeah.
but I usually aim for only half an hour to 50 minutes, just because I have to constantly get up. So I don't know how some people can do like a 24-hour gaming session.
That's exactly what I was just gonna
That is
say to
insane.
you. I don't realize, like, I don't get it. How do they do that? How do they do that and they're still like okay to go for more? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, is my pain tolerance just crappy or something, or like what is it?
Well, it's not something they do all the time, but there was one when I think Final Fantasy VII came out,
Yeah.
the remake for it, and just did like a 24-hour session going through normal mode, then hard mode, and trying to get as many trophies as they could in that time.
Oh my god.
And I mean, it will get a lot of followers doing something that crazy,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but you know that they got a good amount of sleep beforehand, and you know they got a good amount of sleep after. But hey, I mean, there's times that you can fairly easily stay up 24 hours, but just spending the entire time in front of the computer,
Oh,
that's
it's
that's the
draining.
difficult part.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty draining, and it wears on you after a while, and you're like, oh my god, I just want to go to bed, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Well, they managed to do it, so
I know.
you know, props to them for that. It's
Maybe I
it
could.
is a long time.
Maybe I could with the right motivation. I don't know. I've never tried it, so maybe one of these days. It
Well, the
seems just
games I play, I can't really see one that I would do for 24 hours straight.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe when I know when God of War came out,
Yeah.
I played that pretty, it's like a lot of hours over the weekend and got through the entire game and the trophies in one weekend.
Yeah.
But that was over the course of 3 days and like
Oh
sleeping
wow.
between, getting up and taking breaks here and there.
Yeah.
24 hours straight.
Oh,
You know, that's a long time to kind of be in one spot. And I think they sort of have a set of rules for that where you have like only a couple 10-minute breaks you can do every so often, you know, for bathroom and such, but you have to make sure that you're not just getting up randomly and like, okay, bathroom break after an hour. So
yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
basically have a set of rules to follow.
Otherwise, you just start abusing those like bathroom breaks. So like anytime you want to, oh, I'm gonna go for a bathroom break, kind of thing, right? So it kind of keeps you more like on task and like stable. But yeah, I could see
More
people
focused.
like abusing it. Oh my god, turn on your lightning aura.
There we go.
Okay. This guy was like melting me. Oh crap.
They have some pretty hard attacks too.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to run back. I need more potions. Holy crap, that's a really tough tree guy, isn't it?
I remember when Diablo first came out, like this guy was such a unique model because of the tree arm type
He
look,
still
and
is a unique model. He's such a cool guy to look at. Man, this game is
it
just so
feels like
damn
Diablo
good.
3 did not really introduce a great set of enemies as far as like what you come against.
Yeah.
In ways, it felt like they just took the basic models from Diablo 1 and 2 and then didn't really add anything. I mean, you brought the Goat Men back, you brought the Fallen Ones, and you look at all the creatures that they introduced in Diablo 3, and it's like there was nothing really unique or interesting. Just, oh, corrupted angels.
Yeah.
They reintroduced the Fallen Rogue,
Hmm.
but there was just nothing unique about it.
There really wasn't, no. This game was just, I mean, I really love this game still. This game is so phenomenal. And it's fun doing this duo commentary with you about this because, like, I don't know. I just find
So we
like,
still have to find the. So do you want to get the waypoint for there? And I'm going to still try and find the Flayer dungeon.
oh crap, did we not do the Flare dungeon?
Nope, not yet.
Oh man, I'm way ahead of myself. Let's go find the Flare dungeon right now.
Oh, I was going to say, like, you go get the waypoint there because
Okay.
that way we can go right from the Flayer dungeon on, and I'll try and find it.
Yeah, we'll
Because
split
I
up
still
like
haven't found it yet.
Scooby and the gang here.
Yeah, I'm going to say I was never really a big fan of that show. I think I only watched a couple episodes growing up,
Kind of
but
a,
it wasn't anything I consistently watched. Like, I watched all the guy shows, you know, Mega Man, the X-Men, Spider-Man, He-Man,
yeah.
all the fun stuff.
I mean, that's it's even older than what I am, right? I'll tell you what I used to watch. I used to watch SpongeBob. I used to watch Family Guy, South Park, and most importantly, I used to watch Robot Chicken. I don't know if you remember that, but Robot Chicken was amazing, and they would make fun of so much stuff, and it was just the best show ever. There was a lot of Scooby Doo things in there, like the gang getting killed by like the bad guys and stuff. Like not even close. Like they just get murdered, and it was just funny. Just a good show.
Well, they did a lot of good parodies in Robot Chicken. I mean, they basically focused on anything culture related and just did that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Whereas, I don't know, now it feels like the parodies are just, they don't really know what they're doing so much.
No, well, I mean, you run out of ideas, right? You can only do something so much and for so long before it becomes dry. But in the beginning, my goodness, they were just a masterpiece. And I would look forward to every time they got on. I'm like, damn, this show is so good. And then it's one of those shows, Chris, have you ever had one happen to you where like you're like watching it and then it ends and you're like, oh my God, that was just too short. Like I need more. Have you ever had that?
Well, Rick and Morty seems to fall under that category for me.
Big time. Rick and Morty. So good.
But anyway, I think I mentioned it a little bit last night that I think the main problem is that you look at classic Simpsons and they would go over the joke multiple times trying to make it the perfect joke.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now Simpsons, it's like, okay, they write the joke in and then they're done. So they won't try and improve on the joke at all. They won't try and make it so that, you know, several writers go over the same thing to make it the best thing they can do.
Yeah.
They'll just like write it in. It's like, okay, finished. That's a joke, right? And every now and then I might watch an episode or two of The Simpsons just to see where it stands. And it never even gets a chuckle out of me. It just seems so boring.
It used to be fun.
It kind of is, yeah. It kind of is like Big Bang Theory where, well, Simpsons doesn't use the laugh track, but Big Bang Theory does.
Yeah.
I think they're expecting that, you know, that little pause or just a reference is enough to get people laughing, and it's not.
I have a question for you. What would make anyone decide to use a laugh track in the first place? Like, why would that even be a thing?
There is a history behind why they did it in the first place, and I remember reading it. I just can't remember it right now.
Because I find it so odd that you would even need to include that. If the content's funny enough, you'll laugh, right? So I've always found that very weird and almost alien-like.
Well, so they don't do it anymore, but they used to say, like, this show filmed for a live studio audience. So it wasn't really a laugh track so much. It was that, you know, that was supposed to be the crowd actually laughing.
Okay, yeah.
But I think eventually they stopped doing that, and it was a lot more scripted. So I think that's why for shows they don't say that anymore.
Right.
But they just use the laugh track. It kind of became their thing. And there's actually a YouTube channel that takes episodes of The Big Bang Theory and removes the laugh track from it. Okay. And it is the most cringe-worthy thing that you've ever seen. Like, so Sheldon will come in and say something.
Okay.
And where the laugh track is, it's just silence.
That's weird.
And it's about like 15 to 20 seconds of silence. Yep. And you can see just how poor the jokes are. And I think that actually makes it funnier because the jokes just don't land in Big Bang Theory at
Chris,
all.
Can I get a TP real quick?
It's just
Sorry to cut you off there.
It's just the awkward little period there where there is absolutely nothing. It shows that Big Bang Theory completely...
I think you did mention this one time. You said it was filler, right? For the episodes?
Yeah.
It's filler.
So if you look at Big Bang Theory and just all the spots where they have that anywhere from 10 to 15 second period where the laugh track is going.
Yeah.
Multiple times. So you're probably looking at least a couple minutes of each episode where they just have the laugh track. And you combine that with the commercials that are going and the fact that each episode, it used to be that each episode was like 22 minutes. Then over time it lessened. And I think the average episode now is anywhere from 18 to 21 minutes.
Yep.
So that combined with like maybe 3 minutes or so of just pointless laughing in an episode.
Okay.
A half-hour episode is maybe like 15 to 17 minutes. It's like,
Wow.
and what the hell? Like, what can you really say about that?
I
That
don't know.
it's sad.
It is sad. That's really weird.
But yeah, if you ever want to see how bad Big Bang Theory is, just look up Big Bang Theory no laugh track no laugh track,
Yeah.
and just it is so awkward to watch. It shows that they're not really jokes at all. They're just relying on the audience to kind of fill that, and it's so sad.
Yeah, that sounds pretty brutal to me. I'm gonna have to check it out because it sounds so cringe, and I'll let you know what I think.
I mean, there's some
I found it,
episodes,
Chris.
like some shows and stuff. Okay, I'll teleport to you in a second.
Okay.
There's some shows that they do have the laugh track in that they are good jokes and you can actually laugh along with it.
Mhm.
But you watch Big Bang, like that changed it for me so much. After that, I could never go back to Big Bang Theory because it's like, what the hell are they laughing at? There's nothing here.
Yeah.
They just come in and make a comment and it's not even slightly funny.
That's
and I think
so
like
bizarre.
that completely changed everything in the show for me.
I think on your old channel, don't you have like Big Bang Theory? Like you had some episodes.
No,
of it?
I have a show called Happy Family.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one that it only got one season. It had John Larroquette and Christina Brinkley.
Yep.
And it was so weird because I had a couple episodes recorded back when I had VHS,
Yep.
and so long ago, and I could never like there were 22 episodes, I believe, and I only had about I think 11 of them recorded.
Okay.
So there were a bunch that were missing that I never actually saw, and NBC never put the show back up again. You couldn't buy it anywhere, so it was like that was the only place that I had any episodes.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find it to buy the disc. I was trying to find it on YouTube. I was even trying to find it on torrent sites. It's like this show does not exist anywhere outside of the VHS recordings I have. And then
Are you the only one?
years and years of trying to find it. Well, I was actually getting to that. I found somebody on a forum that apparently had them recorded all the way in Germany. And, it was kind of risky, like buying something from somebody overseas that's a private seller that, I mean, they could just take the money and not mail anything, or they could take it and mail you something that's not. So it was kind of a risk doing that. And when they came, it's like, okay, it was all 22 episodes in order, pretty good quality. And since then, I took them all, I converted them to the right format, uploaded them on YouTube, and people have been watching them there. And it's one of the reasons that I made the other channel, because like if my gaming channel ever gets nuked for things that we say, at least that channel, which has all the Happy Family episodes, will still be up. And it was actually a pretty funny show. I mean,
Yeah.
the jokes in there actually land, whereas I don't know, Big Bang Theory just doesn't anymore.
Yeah, no. But that's kind of cool how you have that, and I was always wondering like why. I've never seen that show before or anything, and I did think it was Big Bang, but I was totally mistaken. But it's kind of cool to know the backstory about that.
Well, it's I'm definitely hoping that it never is taken down, but I've like triple backed them up on hard drives, on discs, on everything. So
Oh, you've
if it is ever taken down, I probably could reload it up on something else, but
you just watch
like
now,
it was.
now it'll get nuked down, you see, because you mentioned it.
Well, I don't think they're too concerned, because if
No.
NBC really wanted to, they could release the show. It's just like there's some pretty famous people. You got John Larroquette and Christina Baranski. That's it, Baranski.
Yeah.
And you can't find it anywhere. Like you look for that, even if NBC had it for streaming, that would be something. But it's like they completely removed that show from their library altogether. You cannot
So
find
bizarre.
it anywhere else.
That's so weird. It's like
I mean, it's not like I make money for it or anything, but
No.
it's like I'd be perfectly fine with them nuking the channel if it was available anywhere else. But it's not. Like people have come across. It's like been looking for this show for years, can't find it anywhere, and yet somehow they find it on YouTube. It's free to watch, and if NBC wanted to monetize on it or anything, that'd be fine. But it's literally nowhere else except for that one YouTube channel.
Yeah, I find that very bizarre, honestly, and like, I mean, it's kind of cool how you have like some kind of ancient relic almost, and it just fell off the face of the earth, didn't it?
It really did, and it's just the weird thing is like you've probably heard of John Larroquette and Christina Baranski, like
I
they're
think so.
in current shows.
Yeah.
John Larroquette is in movies.
Dude.
Christina Baranski is in that the Good Wife or the Good something.
You know what's going on, dude?
And
It's the
always in
Mandela
current
effect.
stuff. Okay, explain that.
The Mandela effect is like when a whole bunch of people remember something that was true, or like in their mind they thought it was true, and then it wasn't true. Like, you know, the Bernstein Bears thing, where like everyone thought it was an E, but it was actually an A spelled in the name.
Okay.
Like some kind
I
of
never
like
heard that one
trippy
either.
thing going on, like with that show, and you're the last person with it, kind of thing. You've got evidence of this like time shift almost. And then if you were to
That's the
ask
first
the
I've ever heard of
actors,
that.
ask the actors who actually made it, they wouldn't even remember making it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just that trippiness.
Yeah, I never actually heard that theory before.
Yeah, look it up. It's called the Mandela Effect.
Oh, I'll have to write that down so I don't forget. But
Sure.
I'm not going to look it up right now. We're
No,
kind
it's
of
fine.
busy in this dangerous dungeon.
It's like, look it up right now, Chris, or I'm kicking you out of the game.
As this poisonous. Hey, you can't kick me. I made the game, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
kicking you out of your own game, buddy.
Good luck.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll just leave then.
I'll leave. That'll show you. Stop standing in poison.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool theories out there. I think we should start talking more about like just interesting theories. Like, I don't know any off the top of my head, but I want to research some and just like let everyone know about like some insane stuff. Because I really
Well, I think the
that-
Matrix theory is kind of an interesting one because,
Yeah.
I mean, they made the Matrix movie, and it's like if that really were a thing,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
how would you even know?
You would
Because
not know. You wouldn't.
I mean, the world is not really falling, like it's not really collapsing around you,
Nope.
and all the people that were just living in the Matrix, none of them would know.
Well, you know what? I always ask my girlfriend this. I'm like, you know, like, we've never been in those buildings before. We'll just drive by things and be like, we've never been in those buildings. Like, what if they're not rendered until we actually, like, go into it, right? Like, what if it's just not there until we actually step foot into it, and then it, like, generates inside? So it's not wasting
Well,
space.
I think the Matrix theory kind of goes almost hand in hand with the first-person character theory or main character theory,
Okay.
where you think that you're the main character of the universe,
Yeah.
and like if you were suddenly to like if your life ended, you kind of think, okay, well, life's not going to continue on without me, and it's sort of a self-centered theory, but
It is, yeah.
I mean, your life ends. Who's to say that you're not the main character in the story where all of a sudden, once you're gone, the world's just going to end because it has no reason to continue on? And it's sort of self-centered, but
Oh, for sure.
who knows?
Well, you would never know because it's like you're in like third person mode, or sorry, first person mode. What am I talking about? Third person mode, Chris. Yeah, I'm watching myself run around. Woo! No,
Controlling myself from
yeah.
outside of my body.
But yeah, I get what you mean. Like, lights out, it's gone, you're gone, right? And like, it's not like you're gonna remember you're dead, right? But yeah, life does go on. I'm sorry to say it. Ooh, a legendary
Like,
shield.
you do see people that do die, and like maybe they're just the NPC and you're the main character.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Chris. I just found you such
What?
an insane shield. Look at that thing.
Wall of the Eyeless. I remember
Dude,
this one.
It's got an
So
insane...
20% fast rate.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better than what I have.
That's what you want. You want that fast cast rate. There's our first legendary, by the way. Congrats, dude.
Thank you. And we got Khalima's Brain.
Yeah.
So
Let's-
that can go into the
Let's see
Karachi
how
Cube.
fast you shoot. Shoot your...
1 second, I'm just going to check it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot your beam. Is that noticeable?
Yeah, it's a little bit faster.
You know what you should do? Go to the guy. Okay, let's go right now. Let's go back to town.
In a second, I'm just changing something out.
Okay.
So back to town. So
Yeah.
did you end up finding the waypoint?
Yeah, I did. I was just gonna tell you something really like simple. You should shop for a faster cast rate wand if you can, because like your weapon really doesn't matter too much, right? Like you're just looking for speed, right? Something with
Well, in the
mana.
end game, it won't matter as much. But
No.
right now, I kind of have to switch between using my attacks and my
Oh,
holy
right.
bolt, so it
Yeah.
matters a little bit right now.
It does, yeah. But some wands actually come packing with like 100 fire damage. It's actually pretty insane. Okay, the new TP's up for you. Okay, you can grab the waypoint here.
I'm just quickly doing changing out my guy's gear.
Yeah, no problem. Grats though, dude, that is a sick shield. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so I can get rid of this ethereal armor now.
Imagine if we found a Stone of Jordan. Like those are such rare. It's a ring, but it's a +1 to all skills ring, and it's like ultra rare.
Well, that was the currency for the longest time in this
Yeah.
game. I remember that for sure.
Yeah. You remember when they duped it?
Not so much, but I do remember, like, duping was definitely a big problem in Diablo 2 back in the day.
Yeah, it really was. They've cracked down pretty hard on that. Like, it doesn't really occur anymore, but I'll tell you about the little story with the Diablo 2 Stone of Jordan real quick here. So, they duped the Stone of Jordan because it was the most powerful ring, right? They duped it like 1,000,000 times, and there was just so many of these stupid rings floating around. Anyone could get their hands on it. So, the solution they came up with was to get, if you were to sell enough of these rings to the merchant, it would open up the it said Diablo roams the land, right? And then you go fight the Uber Diablo, and then you get your Annie charm, which is like a rare charm, right? And that's how they fixed that.
Well, it wasn't even just Uber Diablo. Wasn't it Uber Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal all
No,
together?
that's totally different. There's a different thing. It was called Diablo Walks the Earth, and it's like a completely different situation.
Yeah, there was the Uber, and I don't know if that was different from the Paragon ones.
Yeah,
There was Uber and Paragon. And I think that's what kind of carried over to Diablo 3, the Paragon levels.
I don't think there's Paragon in
So
this.
I'm not sure. It's been a while, and I'll admit, like, as much as I like this game, I never actually got through hell.
We're going to this playthrough. Well, not this playthrough. Yeah, Chris. All right, buckle up for 60 hours of
Play for
gameplay.
24 hours straight.
No, dude, we'd be like dead. We'd be like not even talking anymore and just like getting angry at each other. It'd just be awful.
I died.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Here, let me get you a TP.
They were just doing so much damage. They took out my follower first and then took me out.
Yep, they took you out. Hey, Chris. Wonder how they took you out there, buddy.
Took me out.
Did they take you out to dinner?
Yep.
Oh, what did they
I'm
get
not
you?
that easy. They had to do some whining and dining.
Oh,
A nice steak, T-bone
Oh.
steak, or ribeye,
yeah, nice.
or
On the
filet
cow
mignon.
level, right?
Filet mignon.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
The freshest one they could find.
Oh, the Cow King, of course, right? Like, come on. He did it for you because he loves you.
Damn right.
Yep. The wine was made from the demons, like the blood, and then the Cow King steak was specially made for you by Mephisto himself.
Anyway, enough of the demons trying to romance me. It's getting a little weird.
Chris is like, shut up. I'm sick of this. I've been wined and dined too many times on this game.
Aaron and his weird theories. First the zombie head, now the demons just romancing him.
I think you're taking it too personal there, buddy boy. You know, I could
Boy,
have
these
just.
guys hit pretty hard.
It's these damn trees, man. They thrash you. Wonder why their name is a thrasher. They just thrash you. What a coincidence.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the respec because those points that I put in a resist lightning would definitely be better elsewhere. But I'm gonna wait till later for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You said
there's two
35.
things we can do in this area. We have to look for the ruined temple, and we still have to do the sewers.
Yes, we do. Here, I'm just getting mana potions real quick. I burned through them so damn quick. At least we got the greater mana potions. We're not dealing with those little skimpy bottles anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that I do appreciate Diablo 3 for. Just well, in the beginning, you could stack the potions up to 100, which was absolutely awesome. So
Well,
eventually, they just made it so you start off with a potion, and there was just a cooldown, which was fine.
yeah. I'll
But
actually disagree with you. I actually didn't like it because you couldn't just keep chugging potions like this game. It's the one thing I love about this game is that you can just keep chugging your potions. Here comes a pack. Oh man, they're insane. Get ready, Chris. Chris, get back here. What the hell? Shoot them. Use your demon thing.
yeah, that's why I was running back. I
Oh,
was set to
God.
attack.
Oh man. I'm in such disbelief of how much damage you actually do. Like, it's actually kind of silly. Your character's just sick, man. He's a sick killing machine.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying switching between attack and the holy bolts because
Just use F1
I
and
mean you can
F2.
use the wheel to do you can use the wheel to do the secondary abilities, but not for the primary ones.
Let's go back
It's
to
just
town
kind of
real
weird.
quick. We found the tome.
Okay, what's this a tomb? All right. So who do we have to talk to for that? I forget.
Just Al Gore, the weatherman.
The weatherman, the weather guy.
All
People still tout his theories as if they were actually possible,
Yeah, I
and
don't
they
think
never
are.
were.
Sorry, Alcor. They're not.
Didn't
Sorry.
he? I think he also took credit for inventing the internet.
No, he didn't. Come on.
Yeah, he did.
That's so silly, man. He did not. It's obvious
Yeah.
aliens gave us internet.
Well, we know that he didn't, but like he's one of the ones that take credit for, like, yeah, Al Gore, he invented the internet. And it's like, no, he didn't.
Nope. What's next? He invented weather. Is he God?
That's what he likes to think.
Yep. You know, I'm glad we don't hear about him anymore. I'm glad he's just a figment of our imagination on a video game where he should be.
Exactly. No more Al Gore.
Don't make me get Rick from Rick and Morty to go take care of him once and for all.
So we've been following season 6 at all yet, or no?
No, I haven't, but I do need to watch it. I actually need to catch up. I'm actually super far behind on season 4 still.
In some ways, it is getting a little bit weird. Like, I know you don't care about spoilers, so I could talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it was season 4 or 5. They introduced the whole giant space incest baby,
Oh,
and it's
really?
like this season they've had some pretty incesty like episodes between Beth sleeping with her clone,
Oh no.
the whole Jerry getting the fortune cookie that he would have sex with his mother.
Oh.
It is just like you kind of wonder, okay, what's going on, guys? You've really taken this very incest type approach,
Yeah.
and are you trying to tell us something?
I don't know. It's weird.
All right, I found the sewers.
Yeah, I'm already in here. You know what, Chris? I was laughing really hard because the hammer Morty, remember that? There was like a hammer Morty.
Yeah,
And then he got killed. He got shot to death. I think I
one
seen a
episode
clip.
added so much to the Rick and Morty universe.
Yeah. Oh, I seen a clip too. Remember the one with like, what's his name? What's the dad's name? I forget.
Jerry.
Jerry. Sorry, there's like a wooden Jerry. Remember? And he's going down the creek.
Yep.
And then
Well,
he
that
got-
was the episode where they introduced like all kinds of the decoy families.
Okay, yeah.
And just like the further and further down the decoy track they went,
Yeah.
the worse the quality. So you had some that were like giant bobbleheads, some that were dolls, some that were wooden, and it's just like more and more terrible decoys. The decoys making decoys and like clones, they would just get worse and worse.
Yeah, I know. And then finally they like killed him. No, they didn't kill him. I think they like made a nest out of him.
Yeah, and
That's
they ended up
horrible.
hammering his head to a cross or something.
Oh yeah. Remember, I think he like killed the other wooden family, right? Didn't he?
I don't know if he killed them or if the other Rick and like the families killed off other families, and only he ended up surviving.
I heard in
It's
the
been a while since I've seen that episode, but that one was
Yeah.
just like really confusing. They were trying to create a difference between clones and decoys, even though in a way they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I heard in that season there's like a lot of killing. There's tons of killing.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
Well,
brutal.
I mean, you look at any season really of Rick and Morty, it's like there's just so many people that die along the way.
Yeah, there really is. The Birdman gets killed a lot, and I don't know, just lots of stuff happens. You know the Birdman, right?
Yep. Bird person.
Bird person, my bad. Yeah.
Gotta say, though, still one of my favorite episodes has to be the World Under one, where it's like an Avengers parody and
Oh yeah.
Rick just defeats them so easily
Yeah, that was funny.
and basically sets up a death trap that kills all the Guardians of the Galaxy. And definitely was a crazy, crazy episode.
Was that the one where they were playing like the basketball or something?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Do some 3-pointers and learn a lesson along the way.
Yeah, that's the one. What a good show.
And they just all start tearing each other apart. Just getting more and more more and more at each other's throats. And I think Star something ended up killing Ant-Man, and that's a really, really dark episode.
Yeah, gruesome. And then what else? What else happened? Oh yeah. And then you know a show's good if they have the power to bring that back a McDonald's sauce.
It's Szechuan sauce.
You know, like that was
Boy,
so
did
cool.
McDonald's botch that so much. You got to think whoever is running McDonald's marketing department just needs to be fired because they're a moron. I mean, you could have brought back the Szechuan sauce and pushed this really big chicken nugget type campaign.
Yeah.
And they never did. They completely missed out on all that. And
Didn't
now
they
they're
sell?
introducing the... Sorry?
They sold like bottles of it, didn't they? It was like not even just the sauces, it was like actual bottles of the stuff.
I'm not sure. I think that there was some talk of that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean... Actually, I'm not sure, because the McDonald's sauces usually come in those little plastic containers.
Yeah, they do.
So it's not like Mac sauce or something that they put on the burgers where they would have a separate container. I mean, it would all come in just the little plastic ones.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Thought I seen like a bottle of
I mean,
it.
I remember seeing pictures of the bottles that you're probably referring to.
Maybe
I just don't know.
Yeah. Maybe somebody just took like a bunch of the little sauces and like put it in the bottle and then just like labeled them themselves. Just to make it seem like there was.
Yeah, it's hard to say because if you really think about it, I mean, it's not like the Szechuan sauce really went on any burgers or anything. It was just kind of an exclusively a nugget sauce. And with that, it's not like they kind of do it in little cups or anything. Like, can I get some extra Szechuan sauce? They would just give you another packet, not like a shot of anything in a cup or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Between the adult Happy Meals, it's just like, what the hell is going on at McDonald's these days?
The adult.
So anyway, there's our next.
That. We got to talk about
Yeah,
that.
there's our next topic about that. So McDonald's has introduced the adult Happy Meals,
Oh my god.
which is just like your Quarter Pounder or your Big Mac or something else that you can already buy, except now instead of coming in the bags are just on a tray.
Yeah.
They deliver it in a box, kind of like how you would get the kids' Happy Meal. And it comes with the toy, and the toy is just the creepiest thing. You got your Grimace, Ronald McDonald, and for some reason, they have 4 eyes, and I don't get it. They've always had 2 eyes. I don't know where this 4-eyed character thing has come from. But now the toys have 4 eyes, and just like if you were trying to bring back the nostalgia factor, why the McDonald's toys? Like when I was a kid, you would get the toys associated with Disney movies. You would have the Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
Even as I got older, they were selling like Pixar or Disney characters in plastic form.
Yeah.
So those are the toys. It was as far back as I can remember. It was never like, hey, here's the Happy Meal and here's one of our McDonald's characters. No, they
Yeah.
always had associations with kid movies and stuff because that's what kids were watching. There was never like some big push for the McDonald's characters so much.
Yeah.
So I really don't get it. I don't know what the hell these people are thinking. I don't know why anybody would pay for a McDonald's adult Happy Meal because, I mean, it's got to have a little bit more cost than just your regular meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think it's just that nostalgic factor that people just can't get over. I mean, a lot of people just don't really want to grow up and they just want to like enjoy.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't know. I don't know how to really say it, but like they just want that old feel again, right? I want that good old days with anything I can. Like even if it's a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal or adult meal at this. But it doesn't really make sense with me with the toy part. Like that just doesn't make much sense. And
No.
for it to have a couple eyes, like 4 eyes, it's almost alien-like. That's like, I don't know, dude. It rubs me the wrong way. It's like, what is this?
Like the only thing I could think when I saw that was, okay, I know the DC character Raven
Yep.
would have the 4 eyes when she went into her demon form. I don't get why the McDonald's toys have 4 eyes. It doesn't make any sense.
It's
And
creepy.
I mean, it's not like an image that's been distorted or something. Like
No.
they take one and the character is moving, so sometimes it looks like 2 images overlapped because there's multiple pictures of these toys from different angles, all with 4 eyes. And all right, I admit I've never actually went there to get one of the Happy Meals, so maybe in reality they only have the 2 eyes, but all the pictures show the characters having 4 eyes. And it's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
So
I might.
it's on their promotional material,
Yeah.
so they've got to have 4 eyes, I guess, right?
I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It's just very bizarre to me. But anyway, I might get one of these Happy Meals or adult meals just to see what it's like and like just I don't know, who cares, right? But that toy is just such a strange thing. I might just see what it's all about.
I haven't been to McDonald's in years, and I really don't have any plan to go.
I love McDonald's
Like
nuggets
the
still.
food has taken such a downturn.
Oh, big time. Yeah, for sure. It's not the same as it used to be. You know what? Even that KFC is not what it used to be. I'm sorry to say this, but I used to really like KFC.
Well, KFC, I don't. Maybe it's because I buy everything through the app now, so I seem to get much better deals.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I don't mind KFC much because, like, for $15, I can get a good amount of food.
Mm-hmm.
$15 at McDonald's feels like, I don't know. It feels like you're not getting anything.
You're getting ripped off.
It's fast food, so the quality is not great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like for the same amount that I would have to spend at McDonald's to get a decent meal, I could actually go to a restaurant and get something good.
Yeah, you're right. Like a
Like,
pad thai.
people went to McDonald's because it was cheap and it was plentiful, and now it's expensive and they're stingy as hell.
Did you die?
I died.
Okay, I put up a portal. You can probably make your way back there. I'm
I'm gonna
just
get my
trying to
follower
find
back.
the exit.
Same here.
Man,
That's
where
what I was
is
looking
it?
for, and I ran into a bunch of those foul wing guys,
Right.
the ones hanging from the ceiling, and they did just enough damage to finish me off.
Dude, we're getting hung up in this stupid place. Like, where's the exit?
Making it difficult for us.
It's turning into a freaking maze. I think we've cleared this entire place out, minus what you just got killed by. Maybe it's over there. Here, I'll come and help you. You died
I'm trying
over
to find
here.
out where I died.
Follow
Did
me.
I? Okay.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's such a
Save me.
big
My
place.
character's running around almost naked.
Crap. No, wrong way. I don't like this place. This has got to be one of the worst zones in the game. It just all looks the same. It's just a big dumb sewer. And then you can get, like, it stinks. It's literally stinky. I don't like it.
I mean, Diablo 3 did do better in some aspects. It felt like the zones had a more distinctive appearance to them. And yeah, there were some that were a lot more linear and some that were random.
Yeah.
They did have a lot more that was just very linear. Okay, I see my body.
I'm gonna go kill those things for you. Oh, these things killed
Thanks, bro.
you. Okay. I got this.
I just wasn't healing fast enough.
Oh, they're tough, dude. Wow.
Yep.
Holy crap. No wonder you got killed by these.
Also, I kind of just ran in head first.
Yeah. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it, buddy.
Are you sure you're playing a paladin and not a barbarian? The way you always run first in and die?
Dude, you're playing
Like
a
a meathead.
suicide machine. You're not even playing a character. You're like, I
Yeah,
don't love
my
my
play style.
life.
This is why I will never really enjoy hardcore.
Oh.
Oh, here it is.
I know, it's the last place and it's the place you died at. It's just crazy, man. I think that was like near the entrance where we first came in. Like, how silly is that?
Yeah, it's always the way.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, here's our last little piece of crap of Callum's. I think we've gathered everything except for, you know, the last part of him that we don't want to gather. So let's go make that flail and let's beat this act.
Well, we can't make the flail till we get the pieces from the Cross Council.
No, it's just the flail, right? We already have all the pieces here. We have the eye, we have the brain, and the heart. So all we need is the flail.
Okay, so this might be a better belt. 7 defense. Maybe not. No, it's not better. Never mind. Oh, these can both get sold. That ring can go.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back to the lower crest so I can find the next place, the brazier or whatever it's called.
Low crest. I thought we already did that.
Oh crap.
What brazier?
Yeah, we didn't get the waypoint though, so I'll just go grab it real quick.
Well, I think we're not too far from one of the exits that would take us a bit higher. I have the waypoint for the Cross Bazaar.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm already here.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I see you. This place is so damn big. It's just, this jungle sucks. You know, I've heard talk like the jungle is the worst one in the game, and so many people agree with that.
Well, Act 3 is definitely my least favorite one.
Yeah, Act 2 is actually okay. It's tolerable. It's got some interesting like areas. Act 4 is pretty decent. Like the Diablo Sanctuary, like his sanctuary itself is like such a beautiful model, and like what they did with the remaster just looks so damn nice.
Yeah, the remaster did improve this visually. I mean, it's so weird with Diablo that the first game, I don't know, maybe it was the darkness of the game that made it so that the resolution wasn't as noticeable, but the resolution for the second one, it seemed like it was almost a downgrade.
Yeah, almost, hey? Like, if you press G right now, it'll show you what the piece of crap used to look like. Here, I'll just do that for everybody. Yeah, this is what the game used to look like. Now, this is just, it's ugly. I don't like it.
It looks so terrible. It's just so pixelated.
Oh, raunchy. But back in the day, I guess it was good, right?
In the day.
Well, even back in the day, was it even not that good? I can't remember.
Well, like I said, I mean, it seemed that it took kind of a visual down step. And, I mean, for a little while, I think I was preferring Diablo 1 over Diablo 2 just because of the graphics of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the graphics were just a major... it made it difficult to play Diablo 2 because they were so bad even for the time.
Yeah, that's so true.
I mean, you can kind of even see it in the cinematics where you look at the one where Marius is following the Wanderer as he was going to free Baal, and the faces are just so bad. You can't even really tell what's going on.
Back then, as a kid, while watching those things, I was like amazed, but kind of like, I was like thinking, I'm like, I have to like, I know that I have to make up these faces in my head because they still can't get it right, basically. They just don't have the
Well, the
technology.
cutscenes were very, very cool. It's just graphically they were so bad. I mean, the part where Bale goes and you see the barbarian walk out, and
Oh
Bale's there
yeah.
with his huge army, and then the doors close, and just the way he looks, and just releases that breath, like, yeah, I know I'm aft.
Yeah, for sure.
That was just awesome.
Yeah, and then he gets
And then he
exploded.
just does this speech like, all right, here we go. Here's my speech. You shall not pass the gates of Sescheron.
And Bale's like, yeah, I'm gonna
Enough.
snap my
Enough of your
fingers.
rambling. Good times back then.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was Blizzard's golden age. And then the cutscenes for Diablo 3, it's just like, not only do they go the freaking Square Enix route where it's like, hey, let's put in as many cutscenes as possible.
Yeah.
They weren't even that good. It's like the dialogue was just absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so weird that for some reason they made Diablo female when he took over Leia, and it's just like,
Yeah, that was.
why?
Well, I mean, took over a female host, so it kind of makes sense. But like, at the same time, don't give us 3 cutscenes during a battle. Like, I think that's a little excessive.
Yeah, that's the worst. Like, you start unleashing your best abilities, and then it's like, okay, they've reached that threshold in their health where you can't do any more damage. And now, on top of that, you have to sit there for a little while. And it's just like, just give us one health bar to go through and
Yep.
unleash all these abilities and take them out. Like,
Well,
if you want to give them more health, fine, but don't have their invulnerability points.
yeah. Well, they tried too hard to make it like World of Warcraft, where there's like different phases, right? Like, I find that so silly. This is an RPG. It's not World of Warcraft. It's not an MMO with like multi phases. You don't need that. Just play the game.
Like, kill off Diablo, and then if you want to add like a shadow form in another fight,
Mm-hmm.
go that way. But don't be like, okay, for 25%, he's this way, and then he's invincible for 10 seconds, and then do another 25%. Like you said, the phases.
Yep.
Just quit that s out.
You know how many people got so annoyed so quickly at that? It got old quick, Chris. And that's why no one played the game anymore. The only diehard fans were the ones that loved their little seasons.
It's what really turned me off of Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Yep, Diablo 3 was just so much potential, just all wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so just be careful here.
Let's kill Bale. Or sorry, not Bale. What am I talking about? Mephisto. Yeah, Chris. Let's kill Bale.
He's not even supposed to be here today.
What's he doing here, man? Crazy.
People still meme that I'm not supposed to be here today thing from Clerks 1. And here we are, I think, over 25 years later, and they're releasing Clerks 3 pretty soon.
Are you serious? Holy crap.
Yep.
That's insane. I don't even think I've seen Clerks 1, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of a very, very low budget movie, just about a guy that works in the convenience store and his buddy works at the video store right next to it, and a lot of random stuff happens during the day, but
Okay.
Clerks 2 was just over the top ridiculous.
Wait, is
A
that the
freaking
one?
donkey show in it.
Is that the one where the guy like kills somebody or something?
No, I don't think so. There is a funeral, but no, there's no actual killing.
Okay. Maybe
Just
wrong
really
show.
embarrassing behavior at the funeral.
Oh yeah, okay.
Guys are brutal.
Yeah, these guys don't want to die. Like, I'm killing some rare mob right now, and he's just so tanky. Oh my god, I almost
Like, I'm
died.
doing quite a bit of damage, but I have this zealot following me all over the place.
Yeah.
I am overburdened.
You gotta kill the healer ones. Like, they're... Ariofat? Or, I don't know how to say that name, but...
Yep, I know which one you're talking about. It's confusing name.
Super is, irritating to try to say that name. Hey, there's an Ort rune, Chris.
I can't carry anymore.
Yep. And there's the flail.
Okay, grab your flail real quick, and then let's piece our thing together, and then get into Mephisto's lair, the durance of hate.
Look how much damage I do into these
Dude,
guys.
I'm
It's
telling
insane.
you, your character is so strong, and you always hit too. It's not based off of like hit chance. It doesn't matter. You'll just go right through them. What a juicy build you're playing though.
And it has the it pierces right through them to
It
anything
does.
around it as well.
It's so damn good. I'm glad you're on my side. You know, I'd be dead by now. Through the power of love.
I mean, you're not a demon or undead.
Well, I mean, because of the zombie head, I think my privates would have got shot off a long time ago.
It's cutting off body parts, are you?
Oh.
Okay, so the compelling orb is broken, and this thing should be opening. Yep, there we go.
Oh, good. Okay. You did that, hey?
Yep.
Okay.
So now to use up. I only have one skill point. I could get holy. No, I can't get holy shock yet. That takes a couple. So let's put another point into holy bolts. 134 to 149 now.
All right, I'm ready to
DP's
kill Mephisto. Let's do this. Hopefully we get a really sick drop from him. How good would that be?
I could use some better rings or amulets.
Yeah.
I think I still have some stuff.
He's not an amulet guy, hey. He's more of like an armor dude.
Well, is he, or is that just like for the end?
No,
because I think that their loot tables are definitely different in normal and nightmare.
Oh, they really are, yeah. But like they stay pretty consistent. Like, and Daryl, you know, the first boss, that's the jewelry boss. That's what people call him.
Boy, that meteor's rude.
You ever drink cold tea?
Of course, it eventually gets cold anyway, and like I still have the tea that I made right before we started recording this video,
Yeah,
so
I
it's
still
cold
do
now.
too. That's what I've been drinking the whole time. My jasmine tea. Wow.
Occasionally, there's times that I make the tea, and it's when you haven't had tea for a while that it's so good, even when it's piping hot, you finish it off in like 2 minutes. And then there's other times where you make a tea and it lasts, I think we're well over an hour now.
Do you ever make a tea and just accidentally forget about it? You're like, oh, oops, I just forgot about that tea.
Yep.
Yeah. It happens.
Well,
it happens to me a lot.
There's time, like a lot of times when I make tea, I put it in the teapot, and there's times I forget, and then you just reheat it on the stove, not the microwave, because that tastes terrible.
Yeah.
And it tastes just as good. It seems to get stronger the more it sits.
It does, yeah.
Like even if the tea bags aren't in there, like if you just pour only the tea liquid into the pot and then kind of let it boil, it seems to get a lot stronger, even though the tea bags are still in the pot and it's just the liquid. I don't know why. No, it
actually does. Like I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay, Chris. I have a perfect explanation to that. Ready? So, when
water evaporating?
That's exactly it. Yeah, the water evaporates.
That could be it.
I think it is. It has to be. It's whenever you make a sauce, right, with like your pan, and you render it down.
You have to boil it down.
Right.
Render it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the right one.
It is. Yeah, I think that's exactly the explanation behind it.
Well, it is a good explanation, and it does make sense.
Oh, it really does.
Okay, so the waypoint is on this level, so we have to find the waypoint, and then run.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll tank them. Go for it. Dude, these guys are insane. Holy crap. Now this dungeon's getting kind of scary here.
But I like the fact that everything here is demons. And
You're
I'm dead.
melting these guys. Ring mail.
Can't carry anymore.
Wonder what that is. I'm impressed by your character. Just the amount of damage you do.
It's definitely a bit of a trade-off. I mean, so often I have to switch to a very low damage attack. But for areas like this, where I can use Holy Bolt, it's awesome.
You absolutely smash this area.
I think I just killed 3 of those little Stygians in one hit.
That's amazing. What a good build. Oh, I found Durance 3, but let's definitely get the waypoint first.
Okay.
Because
I'm gonna set a town portal here.
sure. Yeah, you head right in, and then I'll find it for you. Only
Just
really,
come with you because I'm
only
gonna
one of
do
us
quite
really
a bit of
needs it.
damage here. Well, actually, yeah, you're right. But what am I gonna do down there? Yeah, I'll kind of clear stuff out.
Oh
Then.
yeah, go kill
All
that.
right,
You'll
you get
nuke
your way.
everything.
You get the waypoint, and I'll fall through here.
No problem.
I'm pretty beastly against these guys.
More than beastly, like your character's out of control.
I like the fact that all the bosses are demons, so you guys are toast.
I had a feeling your character would shine really good in this place.
Yeah, they are melting pretty.
I hate it when the waypoint is
It's
so
just throwing
damn
down.
far away.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why the sorcerer that could teleport was such a vital part of the game.
Yeah, oh,
And
big time.
that's another thing for Diablo 3 they really kind of botched. Like, you want a sorcerer that can teleport all around and do the speed runs, but in Diablo 3, there are no real speed runs.
Mm-mm.
Like, you can do the rifts quickly, but I mean, it's not like you can teleport to a boss. You basically have to kill so many enemies to get the rift boss to appear. So, teleporting just. It's a skill that they kind of copied over, but it didn't feel necessary to the game.
Here, give me a TP. I found the waypoint, by the way. It was right beside where we came out of the Durance 2, or Durance 1, sorry. Like, just annoying.
Bigger.
Just kind of like that sewer thing, just irritating.
Yep. But we're almost done Act 3.
Mhm.
So, in this one, we started right from the beginning. We
Man.
at least skipped the sewers in Act 2, so
Yeah.
this one, I think, because we had to do so much running around, it's going to be just as long.
Oh, big time. Come on, Mephisto, give me my juicy drops. Okay, I'm tanking them for you. Can you try to hit it so, like, you'll hit me with the spell? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stop moving.
He hits so hard. Okay, I'm going in. Ready? Hit me with it. Hit me
Yep.
with it. Yeah, keep me up.
I am. Oh, he keeps moving on you.
I know. Oh, dude, he stuns pretty bad,
Yep.
too. Oh, jeez, man.
I'm doing as much damage as I can, and I think that helped that I'm keeping you pretty much alive.
Dude, he's a monster. He will bang you out in 2 hits.
There we go. He's down.
Cool.
He wasn't so tough.
No, he
Primeval.
wasn't.
Success.
Okay.
But still, there's something.
Got some new armor, too.
And
Oh,
up here
cool.
should be quite a bit of gold liner. Oh, shoot. There's enemies up here now.
Okay.
So a few lot chests, but I have plenty of keys. Yeah, it feels like Diablo 3, there was not a lot of prepping to do for anything.
Yeah.
Whereas this game, they kind of go all out with it.
They really do. Like, how fun was that boss fight? Right to the point and, like, loot pinata kind of thing, right? That's the way it should be. Except we kind of got shafted
so
on the drops.
Act 4. Well, I mean, we got a couple pretty good items.
Decent. Not bad.
I'm going to skip the cutscene because we don't need the cutscenes.
No.
So
Alright,
we
Chris.
are now on Act 4.
Chris, I think we'll end it there tonight. Alright. So we made some really good progress. We got some new gear. We're level 23. Chris is level 23. So we're right on par for Diablo Sanctuary. I guess we'll see you guys next time.